You may be asking yourself, Luke, where the fuck have you been? I know I've been missing lately, but I haven't been without work. Over the last 18 months, I've been religiously working day and night to reopen Capital Club for you. A regenesis of my life's work, if you may. Your journey with Capital Club begins on September 23rd. If you know, you know. Anyways, over the last 5 months, I've been traveling the entire world, collaborating with some of the most brilliant minds in business, entrepreneurship, biohacking, and finance. But today is very special because I flew all the way to Asia to meet with some of the top e-commerce entrepreneurs in the entire continent. And since you're becoming a Capital Club member, I wanted to give you a sneak peek. So make sure you stay till the end because I think you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Oh, and remember, my fellow glitch.
Wake up to reality.
Welcome to Hong Kong, motherfuckers. At some point, something has to fucking give. At some point, you just have to be sick and tired of being fucking sick and tired. Are you just like not disgusted with being average? Are you not disgusted with being like everybody else? Being mediocre, being average, being mundane? Now, if you want to live an ordinary life, walk around, do your 9 to 5, watch some Netflix or some Hulu at night, just chill, and that's fine. But if you want to be an extraordinary individual and you want to live an extraordinary life, you have to be able to, here, look at the dude sleeping. Look at the dude sleeping. That's most of you motherfuckers, bro. Most of you fucking clowns are out here sleeping your life away. No ambition, no desire, no true willpower to become extraordinary. If you want to be extraordinary, first you have to be disgusted with your current situation. And once you're disgusted with your current situation, you must commit to changing. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you must be willing to do extraordinary things. Do I make myself fucking clear? So we're headed for our first meeting here today in Hong Kong. We're headed to Payoneer headquarters. Payoneer, $2 billion valued company listed on NASDAQ. They process our payroll since we're doing about 6 figures in payroll every single month right now. And they wanted to kind of do an interview for their platform. So I said, sure, why not? When it comes to dealing with merchants, payment processing, vendors, you need to realize that on the other side of the screen, there's humans, there's people. So you need to be able to fortify and establish relationships in order for them to kind of give you insider treatment, for them to take care of you in a better way. So we're gonna go meet with some of the vice presidents of Payoneer, have a good session, and we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, Miguel, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
pleasure,
you.
pleasure, brother.
Thank you so much. We are on our way to meet the top e-commerce entrepreneurs in all of Hong Kong, doing over $100 million every single year consistently. So when you start evaluating that there's levels to the levels and people say dropshipping is a scam, these people are probably just uneducated and absolute noobs, because these Chinese people, right, or the people from Hong Kong, they're running absolute circles on all of us. Simply because of Capital Club, we have access to the best of the best. And this summer, you will have access to the best of the best. So let's get to it. You started drop shipping or e-commerce, you know, you have brands, you have multiple kind of different things that you're running right now. You kind of went from print on demand in 2014, right?
Yep.
When did you actually get into full-blown Shopify e-commerce?
In 2017.
2017?
Yeah.
From 2017 to today, or 2023, how much revenue have you generated with Shopify?
I think around 800 million.
$800 million.
Yeah, around.
How much of it was drop shipping versus brands?
I think dropshipping may consist of 80%.
80%.
Yeah.
So would you say drop shipping is alive and well?
Stress, my fellow glitches, is the silent killer. Let me repeat that. Stress is the silent killer. Everything is designed to cause stress in your life. A lot of you are out here chasing women, chasing relationships, chasing this, chasing that. And you don't realize that, yeah, it's flashy and cool in the beginning, but in the long run, my friend, you're just adding more headaches, more problems to your bag that are going to equate to more stress. But it doesn't stop there. And a lot of you want to be winners. A lot of you want to build businesses. A lot of you want to have your dream life, but you can't tame something like stress. And if you can't tame it, my friend, it's gonna kill you. So you have to find ways to be able to get rid of this stress. If it's coming from within, first you have to address what's the source? Where is it coming from? Is it lack of finances? Is it my bad decisions? Is it the food that I'm inputting into my body that's causing brain to be completely inflamed? Therefore, everything that I tackle seems like it's harder, more insurmountable. It's a feat that you can never accomplish. That's the first thing. The second thing, and we see it now more than ever, it's on the rise, especially after this last pandemic. So we better embrace ourselves with community, especially us men. We have this macho, this bravadoism, this alpha that we don't want to mention or talk about what's going on inside. That's compressing us and is slowly killing us. And our bodies are reacting to it. Us guys, we tend to reserve everything. We're like, I'm the man of the house, I can do this, I can do that. And we don't talk. And when I'm talking about talking, I'm not talking about blasting on social media for everybody to know, but talk to those people that you trust. And if you can't find somebody, look for a source of somebody or some sort of camaraderie where you can express this emotion. So you have to find ways where it's coming from. You have to find ways of how to get rid of it, which is talking to other people, and also finding strategies that are simple, like how do you boost your serotonin, which is a happy chemical? Perfect. Go do some push-ups, go do some sit-ups. My friend, you'll feel a lot better when you're cranking those out. Pain's hurting, you're cranking those out. The stress is going away. It's not there. Yeah, it'll be there after, but at least you're trying to deal with it. So we have to understand that everything around us is intentionally designed to make our lives more complicated, more stressful. I'm not saying stress and the things that life throws at you won't come. They will, but they won't seem as hard or as impossible that you can't tackle or handle yourself. Stress is everywhere. It's always going to be there. So if you can find ways to deal with it and to find ways to biologically trigger your body to release these happy chemicals, then you, my friend, will find ways that are more effective to deal with this silent killer.
The only reason a warrior is alive is to fight.
So trading is about, it's not just about the money you make, but it's about who you go toe-to-toe with. We had quite a lot of support from our clients, right? And we also were in the center of the activity in the world during GFC. So in the major currencies, a central bank will trade through another central bank, right? So what they call BIS, Bank International Settlements.
Yes.
Right, so BIS calls, then behind BIS is a central bank. It's not just a regular client. So when you know BIS is calling you for a price, you know what they're doing effectively is they're most likely intervening. BIS called one day on a currency pair, and we decided that we didn't agree with their position. So we went against it. And so then,
You went against the central bank.
We went against the central bank in a major currency, and we won. Right?
Wow.
So we drove the market, I think 1 or 2%. In the foreign exchange world, that's a lot.
Yes.
Right. And so because
So we're talking billions.
yeah, so it was like our position at the end of the day was a few $1 billion, yes. And we moved the markets in our favor.
Incredible.
And then we got out.
Smart as fuck, they be talking like I'm the dumbest, but I know what they want from me. Dollars, lot of stock in me. It ain't nothing personal, it's business, and I'm a commodity. But honestly, Pop-Up will be turning in his grave the day I let someone else become the boss of me. When there's a boss
We
of
are
me,
on
I'm
our
the
way
man.
to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, one of my favorite cities in the entire world. I was actually tweeting about it the other day. I put together a list of the top countries for entrepreneurs that work digitally or like digital nomads, and Kuala Lumpur is on the top of my list. One of the cheapest countries, super accessible, everybody speaks English, easy to get around. So we're headed there because we're actually going to be interviewing 8 and 9 figure entrepreneurs, whether they're in real estate, personal development, e-commerce, realtors that are doing about $500, $600 million in their portfolio, exclusively for Capital Club, because we understand that your network is your net worth. And this summer, Capital Club is opening up, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal for $1 a day. I wanted to make sure that no motherfucker had any excuse. Oh, I can't afford a good network. I can't afford good information. I can't afford good access to people. But I can afford a Frappuccino. But you can afford a Frappuccino. So for less than the price of a motherfucking coffee, ladies and gentlemen, Capital Club opening up this summer. So without further ado, Kuala Lumpur, baby. How you see all these beautiful temples, they're always focused on the exterior. They build all these beautiful craftsmanships, which, don't get me wrong, they're fucking nice, but oftentimes we neglect the temple in which God resides. Don't neglect the temple. It is the most important thing that you have. If you have a pure vessel, a clean vessel, a vessel that is in tune, well, maybe you don't need an exterior temple. Maybe your act of worship is the food that you eat, the music that you listen to, the relationships that you have, how you speak to yourself. It's time to develop the vessel. It's time to develop the temple in which you actually reside. You don't reside here. It's beautiful, it's nice, it's made out of gold, but you don't live here. You live here. So that's the temple you have to develop. What do you think, Nate?
I think you're 100% right. It's a lot easier showing up to places, spending 20, 30 minutes, doing your little prayers, instead of residing in the place 24/7 where we all have to, which is our bodies and our vessels. So, like, this is cool, spending here 20, 30 minutes, but what's most important is actually developing that which you have to spend 24/7 till the day you hit that ground.
Even the monkey knows, natural spring water, none of this tap water bullshit, bro. Monkey's smarter than some of you motherfuckers, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful rainy evening here in Kuala Lumpur. As I travel across the map, as I venture in different places of the video game, I wanted to show you guys, even though it's raining, I'm willing to take a little bit of rain, a couple places in the map, especially the Petronas Towers, one of the most favorite, most beautiful places in the entire world. I had an interview this morning with Shopify, and one of the questions that the interviewee asked me today was, if you were starting from zero, there's many people that don't have access to high quality laptops, they don't have a ton of money. What is your advice? And I broke down my advice in three simple equations. In order for you to go from zero to hero, from peasant to king, in order for you to make it in your career, you need to be able to position yourself to win. And the way that you position yourself, because I understand that positioning may be vague, I want to break this thought down more clearly, is in three simple steps. In order for you to make money, in order for you to get to the next level of your career, in order for you to level up in your business, if you can master these three essential skills and positioning tactics, you are guaranteed to succeed. Now, the first one is you need to be the best at what you do. Most of you guys are in service-based industries. You have, agencies, whatever it may be. You may provide physical services. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the internet. But if you want to make money, if you want to stand out, you need to be the best at what you do. You do not want to be paid for being the cheapest. You want to be paid for being the best. The second point is you need to become irreplaceable. In a time and age where artificial intelligence is advancing, technology is advancing at massive proportions and at a speed that is unprecedented since the dawn of man, your ability to become irreplaceable in the marketplace will set you apart. I mean, just take Google, for example, take Facebook, for example, or all these super big organizations. They are in a situation where they are laying off massive talent. And the reason they're laying off massive talent, hear me out, is because these individuals are replaceable. You cannot come into the marketplace with ego and assume that you are the best. Assume that you are irreplaceable, because that is how the market destroys you. In order for you to get to the next level, you need to be the best at what you do, you need to be irreplaceable, and finally, you need to be on market trend. You need to make sure that your product and your service is in high demand. For you to make money, you need to master all three formulas. Now, what does it mean for my product to be in high demand? What does it mean for my product to be up to date? That means that you're not out here selling, a Game Boy Color in a situation whereby we are now having a Nintendo Switch. in the ecosystem. Why? Because it may be a good product, but it's outdated. It's no longer part of the time. So if you want to be irreplaceable, if you want to be the best at what you do, and if you want to be in a situation where your product or your service is in high demand, you are positioning yourself to win. So as you venture throughout your day, as you venture throughout your endeavors as an entrepreneur, as an aspiring entrepreneur, as you build relationships and networks, master these 3 positioning skill sets, these 3 positioning tactics, and I guarantee you that the world is yours for the taking. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this vlog. I really hope that you enjoyed yourself as much as I enjoyed creating this incredible content. And remember, Capital Club for $1 a day is opening this summer. The question is, will you be a part of it? Or will you just be a witness of history in the making? The choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Lord, then I'ma break the bank. I'ma put some in the safe. Then I'ma throw some on the floor. Definitely make some more. 20 dates. Had to go back on tour. She can see how I'm